Hello, guys, welcome back to 90 plus 5 Football Podcast. Today, we are diving into 10 bold predictions for the 2024-2025 football seasons, from surprise champions to unexpected individual performances. We've got some hot takes that might just come true. Let's get into it. 1. Bayer Leverkusen to win back to back Bundesliga title. Bayer Leverkusen won the 2023-2024 Bundesliga title, going unbeaten, and have managed to keep most of their key players and their manager, despite interest from Europe's elite. Now, this alone doesn't guarantee they can catch lightning in the bottle twice, but it's what is going on around the league that gives them an edge above other teams. Dortmund, for instance, despite reaching the UEFA Champions League finals, are too inconsistent to be trusted and have an inexperienced manager at their helm. And their biggest rivals, Bayern Munich, despite strengthening in the summer, are being led by a coach that was relegated in the EPL. Everything points to Bayer Leverkusen winning the title again. 2. Arsenal to win the EPL this season. Now, I know it's almost blasphemy to say that City won't win the league, but Arsenal have proven in the past 2 seasons that they are well and capable of being competitive throughout the season. Finishing on 89 points last season, the same amount of points City used to win the 2022-2023 season. It was crazy to see that they didn't win the league. Now, very much like Bayer Leverkusen, Man City have kept up of most of their key players and have strengthened in wide areas, but there's still a void that is yet to be filled, which is a substitute for the star man, Rodri. Now, for context, Rodri played 4,159 minutes last season, a lot, with little or no injury. If he was to get a long-term injury this season, City are pretty much toast and will not be retaining the title. 3. PSG to miss out on the Ligue 1 title this season. The Ligue 1 Championship and Paris Saint-Germain are pretty much 5 and 6, with Les Parisiens winning 8 titles in the past 10 seasons. But this summer, the French giants lost their talisman and legend Kylian Mbappe to Real Madrid, and it will be impossible to replace his goals and assists. For context, Kylian Mbappe scored 27 goals and provided 7 assists in 29 league games, which is more than the output of 3 of the remaining 4 attackers in PSG this season, with their total tally at 33 goals and assists, while Mbappe was 34. With such goal-scoring void left, don't be surprised to see a new champion in France this season. 4. Barcelona to get knocked out in the round of 16 UCL this season. Barcelona had a disappointing last season, to say the least. From losing the Supercopa de España in an embarrassing fashion to crashing out of the Copa del Rey, followed by a humbling by PSG to kick them out of the UCL, and finally losing the league by 10 points to their biggest rival Real Madrid. One can argue that they won the quadruple. It was clear that changes needed to be made, and they decided to part ways with their club legend Xavi Hernandez and appoint Hansi Flick as their new coach. Now, since this change, nothing has been done to address the obvious loopholes in their squad, especially in defensive midfield, with the club laser focused on getting one of Nico Williams or Dani Olmo. To add to that, they're being constrained by their poor finances. All this points to Barcelona having a disappointing season domestically and in Europe. Their one saving grace being La Masia, but even that might not be enough to pull them out of the trenches. 5. Nkunku to score 15 plus goals in the league this season. Among the 349,600 players Chelsea bought last summer, one player Chelsea fans desperately wanted to see in the blue shirt was Christopher Nkunku. And for good reason. The Frenchman, in his last season in the Bundesliga, was the top scorer and was a joy every time he stepped on the pitch. But unfortunately, he was injured for the majority of last season and struggled to get a series of games going. Now, with the new season upon us and the performances showed during preseason, it will be safe to say he will get 15 plus goals for Chelsea in the league next season. Real Madrid. Mbappe is a Real Madrid player. That's it. No need for further explanation. But since I can further elaborate, the 15th-time UCL champions have just added Mbappe and Hendricks to their attack. Now, while the latter is a bit of an unknown quantity or entity in the big stage, We are well informed on what the former can do. Now, put it this way, if Real Madrid were able to win the UCL without Mbappe, what happens now they have him? That's one. Number two, how many teams in Europe, how many teams really in Europe have as good as squad as Real Madrid? The answer is not many. 7. Lautaro Martinez to win the Ballond'or. Now, if we were to ask a random football fan in August 2024 who win the Ballond'or, you will hear names like Vini, Jude, Rodri, Marcus, Cruz, Carvajal, or Tunji. But one name that is often left out of the conversation is the Inter man Lautaro Martinez, who had a monster of a season. Now, last season, he scored 32 goals across all competitions while winning the Supercopa, the Scudetto, and the Copa America, being the highest scorer in that competition. Now, if Rodri is in with a shout, what's stopping El Toro from winning the Ballon d'Or except PR? 8. Rasmus Hojlund to score 20 plus goals in all competition this season. Now, when Man United decided to buy the Danish youngster for £74 million, most of us raised our eyebrows, with the major question being why spend so much on an inexperienced striker? And the first part of last season were justified because despite his flying start in the UCL, Rasmus Hojlund struggled to find the net on a week-to-week basis. But in the second part of the season, we began to see what the hype was all about, with Hojlund finding the net with more regularity and taking his season tally to 15 goals in all competition, which really isn't amazing but points to signs that he can only get better. Now, with his fine start in preseason and the confidence the manager has in him, it's not out of the realms of possibility that Rasmus Hojlund scores 20 plus goals in all competition this season. 9. Napoli to finish top 4 in Serie A. In recent years, Serie A has been one of the most competitive leagues in Europe. Now, unlike Pep's farmland, the EPL, the Italian competition has had 3 different winners in the past 5 seasons, suggesting that nothing is a given in Serie A, especially with Napoli, that despite winning the league in the 2022-2023 season, they finished at 10th last season. This was expected as they failed to replace their outgoing manager last summer, Luciano Spalletti. But this summer, they have learned from their mistakes and have gotten the big one, the main one, Antonio Conte, who knows Serie A inside out. Now, at the time of recording, their star man Victor Osimhen's future is still in limbo. But despite that, the team is good enough and Conte is good enough to reach the top 4 in Serie A. And if either Osimhen stays or Lukaku comes, they are good enough to win the Scudetto under him. 10. Harry Kane to go trophyless this season. Now, much like water and oil, Harry Kane and trophies don't seem to mix. Despite him being one of the best strikers in Europe for the past 4 seasons, Harry Kane is yet to win a trophy. The Audi Cup doesn't count. Now, this has been largely due to the fact that he had played for Spurs, but now he's in an elite team. The stars just seem to be misaligning for him. Last season under Thomas Tuchel, Bayern Munich and Harry Kane failed to win a single trophy, with Bayer Leverkusen running away with the league and DFB Pokal, and Bayern crashing out of the Champions League. Now, this season, they have a new manager. But like I said in the first prediction, company does not inspire confidence. Sure, they have a good team. But if Bayer Leverkusen can replicate that form of last season, they are a much more better unit than Bayern Munich. And with the inexperience of Vincent Company, it's hard to see them competing for Europe or even winning the DFB Pokal. So there you have it, our 10 bold predictions for the 2024-2025 season. Which prediction do you think is going to come true? Let us know in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.